Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone here. Welcome to 6 APC. It's gonna be a banger match for us here today, as it is the semifinals, and we're gonna be watching one of the winners bracket matches, I believe, between our seed one in the Philippines and seed four in Taiwan. Both of these teams, they've gone through the bracket. They've shown that they can make it this far. Philippines only dropping one map. Taiwan, a bit of a rocky start, especially during the previous round, but they still managed to make it up to this point. And now they have to take out the Giants themselves in the Philippines. A very, very interesting match awaits us here. And I'll be joining you here in the commentators booth, Gabreses. And I'm going to be joined here with Police VN here. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's matches here. I think it's will be a closer match here. C1 versus C4.
Yeah, very, very close seedings. But you look at the sort of dominant showing that the Philippines have shown so far. So very, very scary team to go up against. I believe this should be a warm-up map coming in, but yeah, the
Yeah,
Philippines. Oh, sorry.
that's the first warm up. You will see on Team Philippines. We will see a lot of similar players like Kemos Mako, Itex, Junior Yugami, or also known as Yuan the Best D, and Rosie Donley, which I believe that there are some very interesting players to participating in this tournament right here.
Yeah, I think those are pretty much gonna be the main carries for the Filipino roster here. They've been putting up very, very strong showings, particularly quarterfinals. It's all four Filipino players actually made it into the top 10 of the best performing players in the quarterfinals. Rosie, Kemo, Idex, and Jun Yorigami. So they're definitely feeling good. They just have to keep it up as the SR's getting higher and higher. Taiwan, they have their carries with them. WTH Bro specifically, one of those players. Magician, Susrise. I feel like Taiwan, they need to step it up, especially since they kind of had a really, really close match in the previous round against Vietnam. They managed to win it out 6-4, very, very close, but you still cannot be too sure, especially when IDEX is putting up a 470k on a 7-star map warm up like that. But Taiwan, they need this. They need to do some really good work if they want to get this match to their favor. It's always important to get as far as you can in the winners bracket, have that second life with you. And the Philippines, as the kings of the bracket, they're the ones expected to win it all. So Taiwan, it's best to bring it everything you've got. The semifinals poll here, coming in at a decent 5.5 star, 5.5 average SR here. So I'd say it's on the more difficult end for 6-digit tournaments, but I feel like with the sort of players that we have from both of these teams, it should be relatively alright for all of them. Granted that they did manage to practice this pool. I'm not too sure what sort of skill sets they're gonna be going for. You look at the previous round, and Taiwan, they managed to get managed to get the best score on the Nomad 5, with the top score
Yeah,
from Magician 8910. So maybe they could lean towards the gimmicks. The Philippines, meanwhile, the techs, the Nomad 3, the Hard Rock 3, to their favor. Options are there, so we'll just have to wait as the next warm up comes in. Ring Runyan, standard stream map comes in from Taiwan. Just gonna have to wait and see if both of these teams can manage to win out their picks and which one of them are gonna be able to get the advantage later on as the match progresses into the middle phases. But yeah, we're just chilling here. There's not much happening. These guys, they're just heating up, getting ready. It's an
yeah.
important match ahead of them.
As we're gonna have to See the second warm up here for Team Taiwan. Oh, waiting here. Let's looking at interesting players here. I believe that Jun Yorigami is a mouse player. I believe mouse only player with a very fantastic performance at in the quarterfinals where they managed to play Fremont 2 with Flashlight, which is indicate 1.4 that player, and I believe that June I read that map. I just don't know.
Yeah, you look at the players that the Philippines has, you know, it's a very, very scary roster to go up against, especially when they're
Very
putting up
for
scores
real.
like that. Yeah, so I mean, you look at right now as well. During the warm-up phase, that previous map there was a 7-star speed map, and IDEX managed to put up a 471k. That's pretty unprecedented, I'd say. So it's gonna be an interesting one. I feel like if Taiwan is gonna want to win this, they're gonna need to bank off of the consistency here, and you know, try to mitigate the damage that any of the pop-offs from the Filipino roster here manages to bring out during any of these maps. Because semis, it is one of the more latter parts of the tournament, but still, you still need that consistency. The SR isn't high enough for you to see a lot of skill cap and a lot of collapses from some of the players. So if they're capable enough, if Taiwan has put up the preparation on these maps, especially on what they're good at, I think they're gonna be going on a Nomad 5 HD2 angle here. It should still be a solid fight from them, but this map, I mean, it's 5 stars, but you already see. I think that's Rosie still holding on to that combo, or I don't know. They're just having fun. That's
Yeah,
HR
just
on
having
Rosie,
fun.
right?
Yeah,
My God, what's up with the six digit players nowadays? That's crazy.
just having fun here. June is looking very comfortable, but from June just don't care about this. Don't
He's
want to
not
tap anything.
tapping.
Just following the mouse like for no reason.
I mean, if you imagine properly, maybe he would be FCing if he was tapping, but it's fine. They're just chilling. They're just having a good time on these maps.
Yeah, just chilling.
Well,
There we go.
I think that's the warm
That's
ups.
gonna be warm up. Yeah, that's all the warm ups for both teams. Now, going to see two captains roll rolling the rolling for points here to decide of the Brotec and the bans.
Protects and bans. Considering the sort of range that the Philippines has in terms of skill set, I'm not really too sure what they might want to go for against Taiwan here. You look at some of the scores that Taiwan has sort of put up, maybe they can go for one of those Hard Rock protects, considering they did pretty solid on Hard Rock last round. Meanwhile, Taiwan, I feel like reading is gonna be their game, so that should be what they're gonna go for. I'm just expecting to see the Nomad 5 HD2 potentially protected. Maybe we see the Hard Rocks, Hard Rock 2 in particular, Hard Rock 3 as well, since this is a very, very scary tech map to see in Hard Rock. I feel like Taiwan would want to get rid of those, especially considering like playing Hard Rock tech. It's not really a skill set you really see too many players proficient at in this range. It's a very difficult sort of skill set to get a hold of. The Hard Rock tech, it's really, really scary. And on a song like Synthesis, I feel like Hard Rock 3 would be a potential ban for Taiwan, but we'll just have to wait and see, as they are going to be going for the rolls here, and they're going to be picking the orders in which they'll do the protects and the picks.
Just waiting for the captain to decide here. Could be
Yep.
interesting here with the second protect, second ban here. But who knows? Normal 5 could be maybe the option because they pretty much very comfortable with the gimmicks. Normal 5. What could be when with Hot Rocks? Or it could be, or it can be hidden protect. But Magician, the captain, decided to go with the first pick for Team Taiwan.
That's fair. You always want to have that first pick advantage, I guess. If you're not really too worried on the sorts of protects and bans that are gonna come in, you might as well have the pick priority if you're confident in your earlier sort of decisions. At the very least, you'll be in the driver's seat through the match. It's only a best of 11, so not really too long here, but might as well have the advantage in terms of the picks. So yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna be the Philippines' protect first, though. However, but assuming Taiwan went for the first pick, I don't think they're gonna be too. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're really gonna worry about that all too much. They're probably expecting the sorts of decisions that Philippines are gonna go with, and yeah, they're gonna protect Hard Rock 3, the HR Tech. I think they're familiar with what they're good at, and they know what they want to abuse Taiwan on, the Hard Rocks in particular. So I feel like that's gonna be a strong one for the Philippines to go for, and a very very solid choice to start with.
We will see which pick, which pick will, which map will in Taiwan protect. It's gonna be very interesting as well. I believe
Yeah.
it's gonna be it could be normal 5 or it could be hidden 2 because of what their performance at the previous matches, especially at the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
Where they
quarterfinals.
where they managed to pull up a close effects against Team Vietnam A.
Yeah, I believe it was WTH Pro putting up that 975k carry form performance on the previous HD2. So I think reading is a very, very solid skill set for them to sort of go with. I feel like it's something they can't abuse. The more unorthodox, very, very weird sort of mapping styles, skill set styles here.
Especially with the map inside, especially the map itself. It kind of has a lot of aim here, and that's gonna be
Yep.
hidden to protected. Yep, as you see, looking for most of the readings and plus the aim. So yeah, that's is an obvious choice for Team Taiwan.
Yep, you're right about that. HD2, you might as well keep it in your favor if you're really, really confident with it. So, HD2, unfortunately, Philippines are gonna have to deal with that. I don't think HD2, they did manage to get the best HD2 score, I believe, during the qualifiers, but you compare their scores. Yeah, you compare some of their scores. I don't know if there would be as strong as Taiwan. I feel like it's still a relatively contestable skill set for both of the teams, but I mean, at the very least, Taiwan knows what they probably have the best fighting chance on. So might as well keep it in. I think that's a pretty fair decision for them to go with, and it's the first bans coming in for both teams. Philippines with the first choice. I feel like considering HD2 was Taiwan's protect, they should probably get rid of the Nomad 5. But no, they're gonna get rid of Fremont 1. Lies playing
Fremont
Truth.
1. Ice playing Truth. I believe this is an OWC song, but yeah, but like different difficulties.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I was really looking forward to see this map getting played after seeing it in the pool. Ice playing Truth, as you said, it is a custom for the OSU World Cup of last year, 2024. It was a tiebreaker for RO32.
Yeah, there's also another OWC map in this pool, and that is the T3, which is a finger control map, speed, and contains a lot of finger controls right there. But also, as you know, there's another different difficulties.
Yeah, I feel like if it was DT on top diff, I think we would see like 20Ks. I think that's like 9 stars, 10 stars or something. But I mean,
Yeah,
Sarah was made as a custom Nomad 3, I believe, 2 years ago in
yeah,
OWC, but this diff specifically is more of a bursty, spammy style, uh, as opposed to the snap and flow alt control as the top diff is. So yeah, I'm not too sure if either of these teams are gonna be going for the speeds. Maybe Philippines are looking forward to abusing the tapping picks, so Sarah could potentially be an option. But who knows? Next ban is gonna come in from Taiwan, and I think they're also rolling. I don't know what's going on.
oh, Hard Rock 1 fan. Yeah, man, it's gonna be Hard Rock 1 fan 314 Taiwan.
Hard Rock one.
We will see the first Rock Rock ban, plus the first Rock Rock Protect.
Hard Rock one.
Rock Rock 1.
Not too sure. I don't think they did that bad on the aims last time. Last time during the quarterfinals, they got a decent enough score on the Hard Rock one last time. 1.4 million team score. Granted, it is a little bit scrappy, but at the very least, it's solid enough. Got them fourth best on that map specifically. But maybe they're not looking too confident on the Hard Rock aim here against the Philippines, considering they did keep the HR3, and so they probably know that the Philippines are very, very confident on the Hard Rock, so that's why they wanted to get rid of that map specifically. But very surprised to see a Hard Rock 1 ban over the Hard Rock 2, because Hard Rock 1, it's still aimed, so it's one of the more contestable and very, very gambly types of skill sets. You're never too sure who's gonna be coming out of that skill set alive, because it's very easy to find random misses on practically any single part of those kinds of maps. But it seems like maybe Taiwan's more confident on the Hard Rock 2 than the Hard Rock 1, so oh well.
There we go. We have the pick. Do we have the protects and the bans? It's time for the picks here. So Team Taiwan's going to be picked first, and we will see Hidden Free.
Ooh, HD3.
Oh, HD Free.
This is an absolute banger. If you're not too familiar with the song, this is one of those swingy aim control kind of alt maps. It comes in around 228 BPM, very consistent. A very particular stat about this map that I'd like to kind of note on is it comes in at a very, very scary Air 9. It's quite dense, which you wouldn't really like for a skill set like alt, where it's very easy to lose that coordination and kind of find those missteps, lose your footing, and find those random misses on practically anywhere. So Taiwan, they're probably banking on the fact that Philippines, maybe they're not feeling too good on some of the more denser types of maps. They're probably going to lean towards the HDs and the readings more later on, as well as the anti-mod and free mod 2. So this is a pretty fair pick for them to go for. Surprised not to see Nomad 5 off the bat, but might as well. I mean, it's still a really decent option for them to go for, and we see the rosters coming in. I feel like HD3, Taiwan, they have a good shot at this. They just have to make sure that they pull it off and get a point off of the Philippines. They've only lost one map through the entire tournament, I believe, so there's a lot for them to try and show up with. So let's see if this works out to their favor, or maybe Philippines can get an early breakpoint off the bat.
Philippines were the dominance at this tournament right here, losing only one match against Team Indonesia B at the round of 16. At round 16, I believe.
Yep, round of 16. Yeah, and the thing is, with round of 16, that's the earliest round that we have in the tournament. So it's the lowest SR. So Philippines, they only lost when it was the consistency that was the only factor in these matches. But now, as the rounds progress, as the tournament progresses, it is starting to the skill cap is starting to get higher and higher, and this is where you see a lot more players struggling and unable to find their footing, and that's where Philippines is looking to thrive potentially. Taiwan, they need to put a very, very strong showing on this map. Just a couple of swing doubles here, vertical doubles here. Very, very simple mapping. So as long as you don't misread at any part, you're gonna be looking fine. We see a lot of act drops from Magician and Xeria here, but they managed to recover it. It's still not secured. It's only 10k, around 10k pretty much to Taiwan. First misses coming in, Raijin and what the hell are gonna be trading it out, but that's fine. It's still very equal. No security yet for either team, but Sus Price missing is gonna provide Philippines a chance to bring this back.
The other point. So, oh, much
Ooh, okay.
and Surprise miss following with Raichin Yuna from Team Philippines. But this map is very long, so there will be an ups and downs. But in the meantime, the point league still goes to Team Philippines here with 45,000 points difference. There might be some ups and downs here as we see two of the players still FCing this map, and we will see Raijin here with another miss. On Team Taiwan, we will see Asteria here still FCing the map, but the accuracy is actually quite decent here. And that's gonna be another miss.
Yeah, that's another miss. That's a really important miss. That's one of the FCs gone from for the Philippines. As you said, Xeria, decent accuracy. Pretty decently high actually when you compare it to the accuracies of the Philippines, but that's the last FC down from Taiwan, and it's CME with 3E and Junior Gami holding the fort, taking the Philippines across the line. Junior Gami is finding so many 100s, but it's Magician to find the miss there. And with only recoveries from Taiwan, not even recoveries, the recoveries are slowly faltering one by one. It's only Suspice with the combo. And there may be a triple miss, more so to the Philippines' side, but Junior Gami is holding the FC, and that's gonna do some hefty damage against Taiwan.
WTH here tries to recover, but it remains right there. And we've seen so far that getting onto the corner of the map, and it seems like that this might be a guarantee point here for guarantee a first point here for the Philippines as Junior Yami recovers the accuracy with a decent amount of accuracy here, and Yami with a very huge misses. But even if that huge miss here, the point still goes to Team Philippines, and that might be a point here for Team Philippines. The first point, Magician with a miss with the 50s. And yeah, this in Taiwan cannot do anything here. That's gonna be the first point for Team Philippines. That's guaranteed first point right there. There we go.
Okay, that's a pretty dominant breakpoint right there. Very, very close, I'd say, but Junior Gami with the FC to close it out, and practically all of their players above the 400k margin. That's pretty solid showing from them. They managed to close it out with around 300k difference, and that's already advantage towards the Philippines, and they have the potential protect that they could go for to consolidate this, but they have other options as well. The Hard Rock 2, maybe they can go for some of the more techier picks in the Nomads, Nomad 3, Nomad 4. That's a rough one to lose from Taiwan, especially when you know your uphill battle right here against the Seed 1. So they're just gonna have to tank this, I suppose. The Philippines, now they just have to make their next choice work. They know that their players are feeling comfy right now. They're feeling confident, so they just have to follow it up with something really strong from them. HR3, they did protect it, so that would be the standard option for them to go for. But there's still other stuff for them to go to potentially pick later on. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Team Philippines has a lot of choice here. Nomads, Hiddens, and Hard Rocks, DT, and they would have dominance. Ooh, and The captain of Team Philippines decided to pick Team Taiwan's protected map, and that is going to be Hidden 2, one of the
What?
reading maps. Wait, what?
What? Oh my god, wait. Why do they pick Taiwan's Protect?
Yes! Oh, that was...
Wait.
That is a shocking right there. That is so shock.
Okay,
shock.
that's actually
Like-
that's a really really ballsy move to go for.
Yeah, it's actually, like with the reading, with the reading map itself, especially with it, some tricky parts. It's still pretty surprised that Team Philippines decided to pick Team Taiwan's protected map.
I mean,
And yeah,
if they wanted to go for a power move right here, this is the way to do it. Picking your opponent's Protect when you're only at the right here at the start of the match. This is their first pick, by the way. And one of their players, I believe, are Junior Igami specifically, is sight reading this. You did mention the FL sight read on the free mod last time. So maybe he can work this out, but it is hidden and it is AR8. So I don't know if this is gonna work out against a bona fide reading team like Taiwan. We'll just have to hope that this works out for the Philippines. Otherwise, this is gonna be a rough breakpoint to hand over to your opponent. You may be the kings of the bracket here, but you never want to give your opponents a chance to take you down, you know? So, kind of rough. Kind of weird for them to go for it, but I mean, if they feel confident,
Kinda
they feel
weird.
good, I might as well. Let's just hope that they work it out.
especially at the second game where Team Red decided to make an early advantage on by decided to choose Team Taiwan team opponent's protected map. But it is what it is. We're getting on to roster right here, and it looks like there will be some changes here, as I believe that Richelieu is going to be in the lobby to replace I believe Richelieu is going to be in the lobby, but I don't know who's replacing him.
I think it's actually Axteria who's there to replace Magician 8910. If I remember correctly, I think it's actually Richelieu who played this last time as well, previous HD2.
Wait,
So yeah, I think it's a bit of a mix-up over there on the previous rosters, but oh well, it's fine.
there we go.
Rosters are set in Taiwan. They're probably known to be strong on the gimmicks on the reading here in the tournament. So very,
There we
very
go. The
ballsy. But we see the first miss, yeah.
spider part.
There we go. It's Richelieu actually to find the first break there. Very big struggle from him on the 88 accuracy. And meanwhile, the Philippines sort of even in accuracy, but they're still holding on pretty strong.
Ooh, June with a big miss right there. Oh, that's giving a huge advantage for Team Taiwan. But now what? Now WTH bro here with a miss. Oh, IDEX with another miss.
How about
Big advantage here
surprise?
for Team Taiwan. Surprise! Oh no!
Yeah, surprise breaking there. That was an FC that Taiwan had to potentially bring it over to their side, but now it is practically even, slightly to the favor of the Philippines. 2 FCs versus 1 and 1 recovery from Richelieu, but his accuracy not look too good. At the very least, Sammy with 3E has sort of similar accuracies with Richelieu here, but still having that extra combo is gonna be providing them a bit of a secure lead here, and as Xeria misses right during this bridge section, that's gonna pretty much end the nail even harder on Taiwan's grave. So Philippines, they're looking to just show their dominance right here in this bracket, picking their opponent's Protect and taking it with a solid lead. Samu with 3 may find the miss, but it's still Kimo Smoko with as the only FC still intact. 2 recoveries backing him up. IDEX may break, but it's still June to support him. And with no combos, no substantial fighting chance from Taiwan to stop Kimo Smoko in his tracks, I feel like this is going to be Philippines just taking their power move and running away with it. The FC is lost, but there's only one quarter left and it's a 400k lead over to the side of the red team here, and there's not much you can do as they all see the scores.
Yeah. Huge point difference right there. Doing covers here. I don't think that's in Taiwan won't have enough time here to make a comeback. The point difference is very huge right now. 600,000 points difference.
Oh
That's
my
another
god.
guarantee point right there. Team Philippines is very dominant at this point.
As you said, it's another guarantee. And it's on
June-
their opponent's protect. What a
June
big
decided
statement to
to-
make.
June just don't want to play. June just don't want to play.
He knows it's already won, bro. That's
Yeah.
a 600k lead, and there's
Just
not
drawing
much you
the
can do.
like. Just at the online, just drawing just drawing the squares on the online. Yeah, just a guarantee win right there.
Like, what else are you supposed to do? Like, you protected
Yeah.
this. This is supposed to be the map that you're looking to potentially abuse, but Philippines picks it for you, and they win it by a much more massive margin than your previous pick. What? They
my
doubled the
God.
lead that they had during their first pick. The Philippines got a break point on HD3 by around 300k, and then they win their opponent's protect by 600k. That is a really, really dominant showing here from the Philippines. Taiwan, they need to answer back with something but that could potentially slide the momentum
my
back over to
God.
them. Because what are you gonna do when the Philippines are just going to just pick your protect and spit in your face like that with an even bigger lead that they put up with on your first pick previously? That is a brutal one to try and get a hold of. I feel like they just did that to break Taiwan's confidence right there. But it's only the start of the match. They're only down 1 breakpoint, so it's Taiwan's next pick. Do they go for the Nomad 5? Do they go for the anti-mod potentially, or the HD1? They played both HDs and they lost on both of them. So maybe HD1's not looking as good. So Nomad 5 may be the answer that Taiwan's looking for. They need to go with something real quick, cause if they lose another breakpoint, Philippines could probably run away and pick their own protect in HR3.
Yeah.
Push this to 4-0. It's a dire situation here. That breakpoint is them being down a breakpoint. It's a best of 11, so you don't really have a lot of options here. Granted, there's a decent amount of maps in the pool, but you never want to give your opponent too much of an advantage, and they're gonna go for Nomad 3, not the gimmicks, not the readings. It's actually Nomad 3, the alt map, which, if I remember correctly, Philippines got the best score on last round. So
Absolutely.
another ballsy pick from Taiwan.
Number 3 for team Taiwan's pick here. I'm surprised on how they don't want to pick the gimmick, which is number 5 and anti-mod. I'm surprised, but number 3 is one of another interesting option as well. This map is alternative, yeah. This is alternative, mainly flow alt map.
Yeah, it's one of those mixed types of alt, the mix of flow and the snap. Gotta be really careful with your aim control here, especially on the more higher BPM patterns, because this is around 242 alt sections. You need to be very, very careful when getting a hold of any of the parts here. Actually, no, it's 158. I get my math. 258. I get my math wrong. Sorry. My bad. I'm a bit bald right now. But yeah, you really need to be careful with the aim control here, because some of these patterns, they get really, really fast. Taiwan, they've shown that they can be really, really strong on the alt as well. If I remember correctly, They were behind the Philippines in terms of scores on the Nomad 3, but they had the second best score on the Nomad 3 last time in quarterfinals. It's 2.9 million from the Philippines versus 2.5 million from Taiwan. And that was off of a really, really strong FC, I believe, from Corey 21. And an S rank from Susprize. So if those pop-offs come again from Taiwan, maybe this is a potential for them to take. It's not the gimmicks for sure. It's a lot more mechanical in nature, but Taiwan, it's one of the other skill sets that they are slightly more comfortable with. So maybe this can work out. It's 4 minutes of very, very consistent ult. So if you make any mistake, your score is going to get tanked, and you're going to find a lot of struggles keeping up with the rest of your opponents if you find the early misses. So Taiwan, can you find the consistency in you to hold the pop-off combos to shut Philippines down and get a point of your own in this match? This is an important pick for Taiwan to take. Let's go.
Ooh. At the early start here, Corey 21 here for the first 100 along with Surprise and came out. Oh, we will see two miss at the same time. Rosie and Idex here. But still, this map is very long, so we will have to see if Team Taiwan is going to hold here. Rosie with another miss right there. There will be 2 FCs for Team Philippines, but on Team Taiwan there will be a quadruple FC right there. 4 FCs. Oh, Magician with a drop right there. In June with a miss right there. That's gonna be another big miss for June. Only Camo Smoko here who is still holding combos right there. Magician with another miss.
Oh, Magician. Oh, Xeria!
Oh, Xeria, no.
Xeria was one of them.
Oh no! Sorry!
Oh my god, we say their name one by one and they continue to find the misses. It's only Timo Smoko here to try and stop Taiwan from taking their first point, but it's Susprize to hold the line. His teammates may have fallen. It's a 1v1 here, but the Philippines, they're sort of recovering. Rosie and Junior Igami, they found some of the first misses here. And they're on the recoveries, but Timo Smoko, that's the big FC you want to see gone, and that's Susprize. The leading scorer here. The one bearing the flag of Taiwan, leading the charge. And Xeria and Corey are there by his side. It's practically equal because you look at Rosie and June's combos as well as Idex. They're trying their best to match Susprize here and the recoveries from Xeria and Corey. We're at the halfway point. These cutscenes, they get so scary. It takes Kimo. It takes Kimo and June. And it's only Rosie. It's only Rosie and Idex.
Oh my gosh. With another miss right there. Rosie still recovers.
Susprize!
Along with Idex. Susprize! Miss right there. Oh my gosh. No, wait, but there's still 2 of their teammates still recovering. And that's gonna be Magician with a miss right there. There's still Corey 21 who recovers. But Susprize and Magician are missing a lot. But still the point lead goes to Team Taiwan here. We're getting on to the half part of the section here. Almost getting to the quarter part of the section. Team Taiwan really needs to get this point here. As area here recovers along with Corey 21. Rosie Donway still recovers with 900 combos here. Oh, but point lead here goes back to Team Philippines as Rosie recovers very well right there. That's going to be a miss for Corey. But Corey misses. Oh wait, Rosie misses.
Yeah, Corey and Rosie traded here. I believe it's only Idex and Xeria as the last 2 standing. 1 for each team here. But Xeria only has 370. It's Idex with a 760 combo who was there to follow up on what Rosie was able to pull off right there in the middle of the map. Rosie may have been the first miss, but look at that score from Rosie right there. 500k, pretty much uncontested. Idex will find the miss, and it's only Susprize with the final combo. It is shifting back over to the side of Taiwan, but he needs some support. The time is running out. There's no combos at all from practically any player except for Susprize. If he holds this, it will shift back over to the side of Taiwan.
but there's barely any room for him to breathe right here. The time is running out. The cut streams, they're continuing to go. It's 35k and climbing lower and lower. It's only a
it's
sliver
lower.
of map left. It's
We have to-
soon to reach the 4 digits. But
There's-
surprise!
oh.
Is it gonna be enough? The spin to win. It's gonna stay
No,
over
it's
to the side of
not.
red.
11k difference right there.
Yikes. And Taiwan, so close, yet so far, another breakpoint handed over to the Philippines. It was a better showing than the first two maps, that's for sure. But a point is what they needed, and that's not what they're gonna get. Philippines has the opportunity to push it to 4-0 now. And this might be a potential sweep at our hands if Philippines continues to perform the way that they are performing right now. A rough one for Taiwan to lose. It was so close. Sus Fries had the combo there, but he just didn't have enough support from the rest of his team when all of the combos of the Philippines disappeared right there in the ending section. And they just managed to hold on for just enough to maintain that lead over to their side. And now the options are there. The Philippines, they can run away with it. HR3 is open. They won every HD, so maybe HD1. There is the other HR in play, and they are gonna go for it. HR2 is their next pick here. Taiwan, they're gonna have to play the precision map, I believe, of the pool. Coming in at the CS 6.5. Very, very short though. So if any one of them are able to pop off on this map, they could run away with this. It's a scary pick to go with, considering that it's a 1 minute and 46-second map. But the Philippines are just incredibly dominant on the hard rock, so I think this is gonna be a very, very rough one for Taiwan to try and win. Just have to hope for the best. Ooh. Rapid Psycho. I think I remember this song actually. I think it was a different map set. I think it was a custom one. I think it was a custom one for OWC. I remember seeing this during one of the Philippines' matches there, or UK's matches there as well. So yeah, I think this is a classic song. It's one of those. I think this is a relatively mechanical HR2. One of those mechanical HR2 A maps, so really need to be consistent on the precision here. It's CS 6.5. I don't think you really see a lot of 6-digit players being comfortable at CSs that are this small. When the margin of error is this tiny, it's gonna be really rough to hold any sort of accuracy and combo. But Philippines are comfortable with this kind of map. They got the best score on HR2 and in the qualifiers, I believe, with an FC from Kimo Smoko. He is the star HR player of this team, so can he consolidate that second breakpoint and just run away with it? It's 1 minute and 55 seconds, very, very short, so if you find early misses, Taiwan can potentially build something and steal it away from you if you're not careful. I think we're gonna be seeing AFKE, I think that's how you pronounce it, AFKE, and MRSC coming in for Xeria and the Magician as the HR fills for this map. Oh, I think, yeah, we're taking a bit of a, we're taking some time to load the map, but here we go. Xeria still has the Nomad 3. Seems like Xeria is not ready to let go of that map yet. I mean, it is a banger, but it's HR2. Not that bad either. It's a very, very short map. These jumps, they are very geometrical, so the shapes are simple here. But yeah, 6.5, so scary. You're never too sure when the circles are this small, and it's Magician to find the miss off the bat for his team. It's a trade coming in from AFK and Rosie. Kimo there.
Chemo with a miss. Oh, Chemo and AFK. But still, probably goes to Team Philippines here with IDEX and Silver's really holding gaming combo, and that's gonna be a miss for IDEX here. There's only Silver really who recovers combo. Magician so far with MRSC with the highest accuracy here. Ooh, Silver with a miss. AFK.
Yeah. That's a big miss. It's only MRSC to hold the FC here. And on a map as short as this, his score is gonna scale very, very far if he can hold past the second half. You already see it's shifting very, very quickly over to the side of blue here. MRSC has to do so much. It's only Xavier to support him. Kimo Sumoko, he's trying his best to hold the line. But MRSC is there. He's hitting all of the linears. He finally finds the miss. Oh, but it's only Xavier. He misses though. And there's no combos for practically anyone. It's up to the accuracies. If anyone finds chain misses, if anyone finds those breaks, it could shift over to the side of Taiwan. It's shifting. It's so close. It's 4 digits. Any single break, any single collapse from either team will shift it. The margin is so small. The deficit is so tiny. Will it stay over to the Philippines? No. It will go to Taiwan.
That's going to be the point.
Oh my god.
Philippines second.
The Philippines, that's their second pick, but that's the first breakpoint obtained by Taiwan there.
Oh my gosh. And that's gonna be point for Team Taiwan. First point right there. And now after 4 games, we are going to into the second phase, and right here. Let's see what will 2 teams and in this second phase right here. And we are going to see Team Philippines first ban, and after that it's going to be for Team Taiwan's second ban right here. So far we don't see any ET picks right there for
yeah, no DTs just yet. We'll have to wait and see.
No DTs for now.
Yeah, they haven't really touched on those. Maybe we'll see one of these teams banning either the DT2 or the DT3. The speed, you know, it's a very, very scary skill set to keep if you're not warmed up for them. I feel like Philippines has a slightly more stronger depth when it comes to the more higher AR, more speedier skill sets here compared to Taiwan. Taiwan did put up a really, really strong score in the previous DT2, but I'm not too sure here. It's a rough map for the Philippines to sort of lose, but it's still fine. They're still up that second breakpoint there. Taiwan, they're gonna go for the DT2 ban, and despite the decent showing last time, it seems like they're not too confident keeping the DT2 against the Philippines. And you mentioned they did not touch the DTs at all. They're gonna touch it this time. They're going for DT2 and DT1 ban from Taiwan and Philippines respectively.
Both DT bans right there. DT bans respectfully. What is this? And we're left with DT3, which is as we mentioned before, an OWC map.
I'm not too sure Taiwan is gonna go for it though, because they banned the DT2. They're not confident on the speed. DT3 is a different sort of tapping style. DT2 is more so on the high BPM bursts. This is more so finger control with the spammy sorts of bursts here. So I doubt they're gonna go for that. I'm after the close score we saw on the Nomad 3. I'm kind of expecting them to go for maybe the Nomad 4 or maybe the Anti-Mod and Free Mod 2 as a potential option for them to go for. I don't know if they're gonna go for Hard Rock 3. They did win the Hard Rock 2, but it was by such a small margin. And against the Philippines, which has a very, very strong Hard Rock tech roster, I really doubt that they're gonna go for a power power move and pick their opponent's protect as well. I feel like that would just be them going out of line here. Taiwan, their options are getting much more limited here. We're going in the middle sections, middle parts of the match here. So what's it gonna be? I'm really expecting no mod 4, free mod 2. I don't think they're gonna go hidden 1, considering they lost the
Almost
hidden.
one.
They're gonna go nomad 1 instead. It seems like they're not confident on the more techier and unorthodox styles of skill sets remaining here. They're just looking to go for aim and pray to God that they manage to take it, because Nomad 1, you never want to play Nomad 1 ever, because it's just such a scary one to play. You can find misses on practically anywhere. You can find mistakes on any section of the map pretty much. So Philippines, they have a really solid aim roster ahead of them. I believe they got the best Nomad 1 score previously, so Taiwan, they're gonna have to do some really hefty work. They want to win this one. It's an uphill battle, that's for sure. They got a point at least, so they managed to they managed to tie the next best showing against the Philippines in the round of 16 when if I remember correctly, it was Indonesia B who got the only point against Philippines earlier on in the round of 16. Taiwan has managed to tie that. Can they potentially improve on that and get a second point on the aim here in Chukonkaku Obake?
Almost one right there. We're going to see. Here we go. No more one. So this map is pretty much a decent aim map, but there's special inside this map is that there are some text sliders in this aim map.
Yeah,
But
if you're
we're going
familiar
to
with the
see-
song, you will notice there are a couple of sliders mixed in which could throw you off, but Taiwan, I think they're pretty solid on the more technical skill sets. You saw them on the Nomad 3, and you look at their aim, they did get the best score in qualifiers, so that was off of the performances of Susprice and Xeria double 900k. Let's see if they can pull it off. That duo is going to be showing up here for the Taiwanese roster, but I believe it's gonna be MRSD coming in exchange for Corey, who played for them in qualifiers, and Magician's there as that core player to stay with them. Seems like MRSC is looking pretty good right now. They probably want to bank off of the momentum that he was able to get off the Hard Rock 2. Meanwhile, for Philippines, it's IDEX. It's going to be Kimo Smuckle once again. But Yushin and Kami with 3E coming in. We're not going to see Junior Igami. Seems like he's not feeling too good on the aim this time
Yeah,
for the Philippines. But
feel
you're
like
never
not
too
good.
sure.
Especially with this Nova 1 text slider style map right there. As you can see, there are some sliders in this map right there. So it's very tricky here for Junior Igami, especially with their mouse only playstyle.
Yeah, it's kind of rough to play this sort of mapping when you're on that playstyle. But, you know, the Philippines, the rest of the roster, they're not doing too bad. It is Siami with 3E. I really don't know how to pronounce that name. Siami with 3E for the first miss from the Philippines. It is traded by
along with
MRC. Oh, the
Shit,
trades are
oh.
coming in though. It's IDEX, Yushin, and Magician and Susprize. It's only Xeria and Kimo with the FCs, but it's Xeria the miss first.
Oh my
And
god.
Kimo
Holy
Smoko, he's the one with the only FC being stopped,
Yeah.
being halted by MRSC, but MRSC falls and that's no combos over to the side of Taiwan against an FC from Kimo Smoko here.
It's gonna be all of the players from Team Taiwan not getting an FC right there. There's only Kamo Smoko here who's still looking the favorite to FC this map right there. With a huge point league this difference right there, as you can see. The points are much higher and higher
Yeah, as the misses continue to come from the Taiwanese here, I mean, you do see Kimo Smoko, the lone FC, falling here, but there's nobody on the Taiwanese roster to sort of take advantage of the collapse from Kimo Smoko there. It's IDEX with the recovery, no combos from Taiwan, and 249k to the side of the Philippines here. I feel like Taiwan may have gotten a breakpoint on the HR2, but Philippines is looking to trade it back with a very very solid showing here on the Nomad 1, which I believe should be Taiwan's pick. I don't know why it's showing red here. But yeah, Philippines, they're looking to take this one. IDEX knows that he is the last man standing here. 500 combo going into the final aim techie section. These sliders, very scary. The linear jumps. He's the only one to find anything, and Taiwan, they may finally, they are finally able to find the recoveries that they need to build this back. But it's still the 680 combo from IDEX, just stopping any sorts of chances that they have in bringing this over to their side. And although the collapses come from the rest of the Filipino roster, one combo stands ahead all of them to keep this point in their favor. Philippines, they're gonna take the 4th point in play. Nomad 1 stolen by the hands of IDEX Mandrake here.
And that's gonna be another point for Team Philippines. 4-1, 4-1. Right now, Philippines is 2 points closer to winning this match here. But there's still another pick of 2 Taiwan's here, and that is number 5.
Well, Nomad 5, we'll just have to wait for it because, yeah,
If
you'll
Philippines can
look
keep
at it.
their
Nomad 1 is Taiwan's pick.
oh,
That's a
that's rock
breakpoint.
free.
And it's the Philippines'
free.
next pick. They can push it to match point, and it's gonna be their protect finally chosen Hard Rock 3. Synthesis, a very polarizing tech song, very difficult in the consistent sliders here. And on Hard Rock, it's going to be very, very difficult to get a hold of. So, Philippines, can they close it out? They lost the Hard Rock too, but this one is a different beast entirely. So, heck, gonna be a strong skill set for them to get a hold of. Taiwan, they need to win this one or else they're looking down at a match point. It would be such an important pick for them to take, but against oh, what? IDEX is changing. What?
Oh my gosh, Jane changed right there. Oh no, number 5.
What are they doing, bruh?
What? What is going on? What is this?
They're picking into Taiwan's skill sets, bro. What?
Number 5.
They're not picking their
Taiwan.
protect.
Taiwan's favorite. Taiwan's strongly skill set right there. Number 5. And
What
they
is
decided to pick this.
what is happening? You could argue that you cannot count out the Philippines on the reading, especially after they won the Hidden 2. But you're going up against a Magician on the reading, on the Nomad low AR here. But who knows? Maybe there's something about this map that they're looking very comfortable with. And you compare the previous Nomad 5 to this one, this is a lot more precision-sided. They lost the HR2, but this is CS7 and low AR as well, so maybe this sort of gimmick is kind of more to the advantage of the Philippines here. But who knows? Taiwan, they put up some they put up a magical showing here on the HR2 earlier, so maybe they can do it again. It's CS7, it's way more difficult and way more precise. The margin of error is much smaller here than on the HR2, especially with the low AR making it much denser. It is slightly longer, 2 minutes and 27 seconds, but with the air being this low, do they have the ability to just make it through everything that this map has to offer and find the pop-off combo to shut the Philippines down and get the 2nd point on the table?
Oh no. It looks like For some reason, the captain pick cover free, but decided to switch up a little bit and decided to go with no more 5, which is actually very interesting as well. Especially as we all know that Team Taiwan is looking very favorite on this skill set for their roster, especially with WT Hicks Pro, Xavier, and Mashishin here, the captain. But right now, we're getting on to this number 5, picked by Team Philippines. Will it be another point for Team Philippines, or Team Taiwan will seal this point with a closer point difference? With June in the roster along with Emos Mako, me with 3E, and Hushin.
On the side of Taiwan, though, it's Xerian Magician once more. Richelieu and the reading star in WTH in What the Hell. It's Hushin to find the first miss. It seems like he's not ready himself for the precision density here. That accuracy so low on Hushin. It's gonna provide the Philippines a bit of a struggle here. Meanwhile, you look at the carries here. It's WTH and Junior Origami. 97 accuracies carrying the team, but it's Taiwan with a complete collapse and Junior Origami the only one to hold. And the lead may be over to the side of Taiwan, but that's gonna go back very, very quickly if Junior Origami holds this. All of the combos are collapsing one by one from the Taiwanese roster, and June is the only one to hold on practically anything that this map has to offer.
Oh my
Sumako
god!
there to hold as well to recover, and they see the scores. Taiwan knows that this might be a lost cause here. If June does not break going into the second half, it's a very, very short map. So there's not a lot of room for error here. But Taiwan, they found misses one after the other on that TI section. And with 1 more half left to go, and FC still on their opponent's side. This might be a match point over to the Philippines' side if Junior Origami is there to close it out.
June is actually very comfortable with this map right now, especially with this low yes map and low AR plus. Some slider parts right here, as you can see. June is still hitting it. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Jihan gone IFC. There's no way.
There's barely any map left. There's one more quarter.
There's no way.
The sliders, the linears, he is following these sliders. He understands the rhythm.
This might be a match point for Team Philippines. Philippines are just oh my gosh!
Police, it is definitely a match point here. June, he's doing it. He's actually finding his way through everything. There's a couple of jumps left. A couple of sliders left. He holds it. It's an FC from Junior Origami on Nomad 5.
Oh my god!
And that's why they picked it.
An FC right there.
The Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, Taiwan strong on the reading, but not strong enough against such a polarizing player like Junior Origami here. Match point is on the table. Jesus Christ, what? That's not real, bro.
An S rank.
That's an FC, right? He did that.
Lobby.
He did that.
FC.
Bro, it's CS7.
The rest of them are B,
what?
C, and A.
Yeah, there's only one A rank from WTH, which is your reading player from Taiwan. But Junior Origami answers back with, I don't care. 95, I'll just... this is my map, bro. You guys can collapse. You guys can miss all you want. I will 1v3 you guys. I have the score of 3 players of my opponent. I do not care. And what more can you do? Taiwan, we were expecting them to go for Nomad 5. But the Philippines pick it. And they completely destroy it. And now it is Taiwan's next pick.
Wait a second. And match point for Team Philippines.
Yeah,
Taiwan here is struggling to pick the next map. Like
they're rolling,
they run out of picks right now.
bro.
They
They're
are
rolling.
running out of picks.
It's
Like
Sarah.
they still have DT3. They still have DT3.
Oh my
DT3.
god.
The only DT pick.
Yep,
this
the
match.
only DT. They banned DT2. I'm
The
not too
only
sure
DT.
about this. Yeah, the only DT we're gonna be seeing in this map, in this match. Both DTs were banned, and it's Taiwan who banned DT2. So picking this map, very questionable from them. It is a bit more so finger control-y rather than raw speed. So maybe they're looking to abuse
Yeah.
this, considering that Philippines hasn't really went for hard mechanics so far in this match. Maybe this is Taiwan's answer to get a second point on the table, but this is such a dangerous one to go for. I think we already see the rosters coming in. IDEX is already IDEX wants to play the top diff over this. He is just ready to play. He
No
is
way.
confident right now. He wants to shut this down. And we see him in the roster along with Kimo Sumako. This duo has been the pillars. These two players has been the two
It
pillars
is.
in which the Philippines has been relying on. And it's CMU with 3 coming in and Silver Twilly as the DT fill. It's AFKII and Rich Liu, Magician, and MRSC coming back in for the DT3. The mechanics players for Taiwan. Will they be able to get a second point? This is the most important map of the match right here. They need to find something real quick, because if they do not win this, they are gonna be sent down to the trenches, down to the losers bracket they go. And the Philippines, they're looking at it right here.
This might be shock. This actually might be shock here. I thought that this would be a closer match, but Team Philippines is actually destroying Team Taiwan. Like absolutely. But with this DT3 right here, this will be maybe a closer match here, as we will see in Taiwan. Here we have AFK, Rich Liu, Magician, MRSC on Team Philippines. We will see IDEX, Steamy with 3E, Camo, Smoko, sorry, and Server Willie. Going into the lobby, going into the roster. And there we go then. Off we go with this DT3. Also a match point. Right there. We see a bunch of hunters here. First miss for Rich Liu. Still probably goes to Team Taiwan here. This in the early league right there. Oh, Magician with a miss. A quadruple FC for the Philippines. MRSC is going to miss. There's only AFT and Rich Liu here, who is still holding combos for Team Taiwan. But on Team Philippines here with a triple FC right there. Even with a quadruple FC, I mean, didn't miss that. But there's still a triple FC right there for Team Philippines. Even another miss right there. But that's the huge point league difference right there.
They're slowly
Adex
gaining.
holds on with
Oh
a
no!
good FC right there. Oh no!
AFK, that last FC, it's gone from Taiwan. The Philippines, they're still holding on. IDEX and Kimo Smoko. Silver Tully coming in to fill. He's there to follow up with another FC of his own. and it is looking like the beginning of the end. Taiwan sees the scores. They know that the Philippines is there to shut them down. The giants of this tournament, the undisputed kings of the bracket, they're looking to maintain their dominance and shut the Taiwanese Seed 4 down and send them to the losers bracket. It's MRSU with any sorts of combo to fight back, but the lead is there. 800k going into a million. Still a triple FC holding on from three players.
gosh!
And
Huge
without a
commit
doubt,
difference right there.
Taiwan, they put up a decent fight, but against the might of the Filipinos, against three FCs right here, right now on the DP3, they are going to be sent down and there's nothing they can do.
That's
The
it.
Philippines
There's nothing
solidify
that they can
finals. They will solidify top three. It is their run
do.
in the winners bracket, extended over
Securing
this
all
finals.
three. Ladies and gentlemen, winner of today's semifinals match goes to by none other than Team Philippines. Team we see number one advance to the next round of the winners bracket, which is the finals. But as for Team Taiwan, though, they will be having another chance at the losers bracket, the finals.
Yep. Taiwan, they tried their best, but it is alright. They still have another life to go in the losers bracket. They still have top 6 secured, but the Philippines, they're looking way better with a top 3 secured. And I believe they're gonna be waiting for their next opponent between Indonesia and China, who actually has their match going on right now, if I'm looking at this correctly. But yeah, unfortunately for Taiwan, that's their run in the winners bracket ended. The Philippines maintain their reputation as the kings of the bracket, and now it is their crown to try and keep. They will fight for it next week. We still have a couple of other matches left to go. The aforementioned Indonesia versus China match going on right now. I think it's still ongoing 3-3. Meanwhile, we still have China B versus India going on right now. Yeah, right now. And a couple more losers bracket matches tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. It's been me, Gabriel SS, and Police BN here in the commentators booth. We'll see you guys next time, and stay tuned for more matches from the 6-digit Asia Pacific Cup.
What's the potential to decide who is going to advance to the finals and the losers bracket, of course. And we will see what will the pool for the finals be like. Would it be much harder or will it be easier for this dominant team here, which is Team Philippines A? But as is for today's matches, and not much. And once again, congratulations to Team Philippines advancing to finals, getting guaranteed top 3. But that's gonna be it for today. I hope you have an amazing day here.
Bye bye.
Meantime, see ya.